Good morning everyone, my name is Majin Bialbis and we'll be discussing to you customer perception driven pricing. And here are our four topics for today: G price setting approach, market stages, conjoint analysis, and study design. Customer perception. Customer perception refers to the customer's opinion of your business or products and how customers feel about your product and brand. It is important for your product to be known at a certain market and to understand your customer purchasing behavior and decisions. Like, paano pa nagkaroon influence yung mga bibili sa'yo? Kapag ba bumili sila sa'yo ng mga product mo, magiging classified ba sila as one of the rich kid in class? Magiging sikat ba siya kapag nakita ng mga tao na gumagamit or nag-avail siya ng product or service mo? Customer perception-driven pricing. It is the pricing concept na sineset nila to find out kung gaano kataas o kababa ang pwedeng gastusin ng customer nila. Kung hanggang saan naabot ang kakayanan ng isang customer na mag-purchase ng product or service.
Price setting is an integral part of any company's marketing process. It involves conducting a comprehensive analysis of the company's current and potential customers. Different factors such as competition and customers' need can affect the way prices are set. There are numbers of strategies that can be used to determine the most appropriate pricing strategy for your business. In this guide, we will be discussing the three most common pricing strategies, which are value-based pricing, economic optimization, and conjoint analysis. Value-based pricing is a pricing method that is focused primarily on a customer's perception of a product or service's value. Consumer-focused pricing or value pricing is when a company bases its pricing on how much a customer believes a product is worth. The value-based pricing principle is most commonly used in marketplaces where owning an item improves a customer's self-image or allows them to have exceptional life experiences. As a result, this perceived values reflects an item's worth. For example, luxury items, companies solicit customers' feedback that accurately measures the consumer perception of customers' experiences. As a result, moving ahead, sellers can utilize the value-based pricing method to assess their price. Second is price optimization. Economic price optimization is a technique for determining the theoretically ideal pricing for a product based on the known price, quantity sold, and demand elasticity near those prices and quantities supplied. Price optimization is the process of utilizing customer and market data to determine the most efficient price point for your product or service in order to maximize sales or profits. The ideal price point is the price at which businesses may achieve their goals, whether those goals be greater profit margins, client growth, or a combination of the two. Information used in price optimization includes things like customer survey, demographic and psychographic data, historic sales data, operating costs, inventories, machine learning outputs. Lastly, conjoint analysis. Conjoint analysis evaluates respondents' product choices or rating in order to determine the path worth of each attribute of a product at multiple levels. Conjoint analysis is mostly utilized in pricing research to focus on two attributes, brand and price. In a conjoint analysis survey, respondents are presented with many product features at various prices and asked to choose which one would they buy. This trade-off process indicates which qualities are most important to customers and influences their willingness to pay. Like hotel rooms, most products offer an array of different features at different pricing points. Conjoint analysis helps you isolate which features are driving customers' willingness to pay.
Market stages. First, revolutionary markets. Executives and their customers lack sufficient critical information required to use most methods of price setting. Dito po, the customer and seller are lack of information to set prices because the product are uncommon and unique. Ibig pong sabihin, bago pa lang po ito sa market and the customers don't know the product categories. Second, evolutionary markets. Markets in which products currently exist, customers currently purchase, and products are evolving. Customers has experience with the product category. It can conceptualize potential variations on those products. From the word itself, evolving, the product are continue to evolve or improve, and the customer is aware of the product categories. For examples po is coffee. From pure coffee to 3-in-1. 3-in-1 po yung may sugar na po and cream. Shampoo, from natural shampoo to keratin shampoo. Cell phones, from keypads without cameras to touchscreen with cameras na po and other features. And last, mature markets. Pure commodities sold to highly mature market economic price optimization is often used to guide pricing decisions. Product available in the market for a long time. There is little differentiation in commodity markets. Ito po yung stage na may equilibrium or equality. Meaning, the demand and supply are equal, so they will lower or lessen the price para po tumaas po yung sales nila.
What is conjoint analysis? It is a form of statistical analysis that firms use in market research to understand how customers value different components or features of their products or services. It is based on the principle that any product can be broken down into a set of attributes that ultimately impact users' perceived value of an item or service. Conjoint analysis is conducted via a specialized survey that asks consumers to rank the importance of these specific features in question. Analyzing the results allows the firm to assign a value to each one. Insights that firms gained from conjoint analysis research, it could be leveraged into several ways. It could contribute into the improvement of the sales and marketing efforts. It contributes into research and development plans, and of course, plays an important role in developing pricing strategy. Conjoint analysis revolves around one key idea, and that is to understand the purchase decision best. Now, let's move on to the role of conjoint analysis in pricing strategy. What is conjoint analysis in pricing? It is a method of product and pricing research that uncovers consumers' preferences and uses these information to help select product features, assess sensitivity to price, forecast market shares, and predict adoption of new products or services.
Types of conjoint analysis. Conjoint analysis can take various forms. Some of the most include choice-based conjoint analysis, one of the most common form of conjoint analysis. It requires respondents to choose their most preferred full profile concept. It includes non-option for respondents such as I wouldn't choose any of these. And by selecting that option, it allows respondents to make choices and express their lack of interest. Second is adaptive conjoint analysis. Analysis customizes each respondent's survey experience based on their answer to early questions. The design of the choice tasks are customized to the respondents based on which attributes they use for their product preference decisions. It targets the respondent's most preferred feature and levels. Every package shown is more competitive and will yield smarter data. Third is the full profile conjoint analysis. Present the respondent with a series of full product description and ask them to select the one they'd be most inclined to buy. It displays a large number of full product descriptions to the respondents. Fourth is the MACDIF conjoint analysis. Present multiple options to respondent, which they are asked to organize on a scale of best to worst for most likely to buy or least likely to buy. It is often an easier task to undertake because consumers are well trained at making comparative judgments. It helps to balance and properly represent the set of items. So, how does conjoint analysis works? Respondents in a market research interview are asked to make either choices or rankings of preference regarding hypothetical product profiles. So, respondents choose and pick products depending on their experience, which they think are better. Next is a group of products, and the product's corresponding profile are presented to a respondent. So the products are presented and given to the respondents along with the product's information. The respondent is asked to select or rank the different individual product attributes or individual products. So each product is ranked or rated by the respondents from worst to best. Next is this process is repeated several times with the levels of each product or service attribute, varying in each scenario. So these processes are repeated with different situations. By analyzing the trade-offs that respondents make in choosing their preferred products, it becomes possible to see which product features respondents are willing to give up to obtain orders. So the products are then selected based on which are the ones the respondents want and need. The conjoint analysis yields two measures. First is the relative importance of each attribute, and second is the relative importance of each attribute level. If price is included in the conjoint test, it becomes another attribute.
Good day. So our part is to discuss the study design that we're going to use in customer perception-driven pricing. So let's define first the study design. Study design is a specific plan or protocol for conducting the study, or in other words, a written plan na gagamitin nating guide to perform the conceptual hypothesis. Study design allows the investigators to translate the conceptual hypothesis into an operational one. So like I said, siya yung magiging guide natin para ma-perform natin yung mga planong ginawa natin. There are different types of study design, but the most recommendable and appropriate framework na gagamitin to identify the customer perception about the cost value is the conjoint analysis. Conjoint is already tackled a while ago, so let's proceed to the 5 basic steps in conducting conjoint. The first step is the attribute definition. The attributes and the attributes level list need to be full, relevant, and executable. Conjoint can only value an attribute that is included in the research and only within the range of levels examined. So the researchers should list down all the attributes of a certain product. Dapat nakapaloob dito yung mga mahalagang attributes ng isang produkto o serbisyo. Dapat din yung ilalagay natin dito is yung kapanipaniwala at kayang-kaya natin gawin sa product natin. Dapat bigyan natin tong importansya dahil dito unang papasok yung decision making ng customer natin. It is also necessary to understand each of the attributes consumers consider. Then, dapat din natin na ilagay yung attributes ng product natin na unique and yung different from the competitive offerings. Attribute levels must be comprehensive enough to capture all of the products that exist or soon to be exist. There are 3 types of attributes. The first one is the physical attribute. So dito papasok yung tangible issues ng isang product. From the word itself, physical, which is having a material existence. Dito makikita or mahahawakan natin yung attribute ng isang produkto. Ito rin yung unang-unang tinitignan ng customer bago sila bumili ng product na yon. So, say for instance, ikaw, bibili ka ng bicycle. So, syempre, yung unang-una mong titignan is yung physical features niya, di ba? And then, of course, titignan mo din yung kung maayos ba siya sa paningin mo, kung kaya-aya ba siya, and then, of course, yung tire niya, kung matibay ba siya or not. And then, syempre, check mo din yung hardware features niya, di ba? So, yun. In this type of attributes, we should always consider the quality features of our products. So, the next one is the performance benefits. The benefits will reside in the customer. For example, the bicycle has its own braking system, which is considered as the physical attributes of that bicycle. So this will provide the customer a benefit to stop in a distance under wet conditions. So it is on the customer if he will use that attribute for his own benefits. So the last one is the physiological positioning or benefits. So in this part, it will include the feelings or the assurance of that product that could give to the customer. So say for example, the assurance of stopping quickly in high traffic, or the desire to improve one's health and look more fit by continuously riding a bicycle. The second step is presenting stimulus. So this involves how you wish to present your product to the customer. Dito papasok yung plano kung paano mo ipapakilala yung products mo or kung paano mo i-deliver sa customer mo yung product na binibenta mo. So under this step, we have here 3 popular form of presenting your product. The first one is the verbal description, a statement that represents something in words. So say for example, nagme-make ang deal to your customer about a certain product, and then you introduce your product by personally talking to your customer and making sure that you describe it perfectly. So next is the paragraph descriptions, perceived by some researchers to provide a more realistic and complete description of the product. So this was also introduced by some researchers para ma-broaden up yung knowledge about the certain products. It also provide a complete and more realistic description of the product. And in this form, kailangan mo din i-provide yung specific details of your product and also the most important attributes and qualities na ino-offer ng product or services mo. So the last one is the pictorial representations. These are more likely to accurately communicate the meaning of different attribute levels. So this talks about the visual representations of your product or services. So through picture or other form of visual representations of your product na ipapakita or na ipapaintindi nito sa customers mo yung attributes of different feature na meron yung product mo and services na offer mo. So dito rin nila ma-visualize yung product na bibilhin nila sa iyo. The third step is measuring the response. So dito malalaman natin kung ano yung naging response or reaction ng customer natin about sa product na ino-offer natin. We also have here 2 different types of measuring the response, the rank ordering and the rating scales. Rank ordering or non-metric measurement. Participants are provided with a stack of cards where each card holds a product description or stimulus presentation. So dito, yung respondents have its 2 options, the preferred and not preferred product. So yung card na hawak nila consists of product description or attributes na sinalaan na natin kanina sa step 1 and step 2. Ang kailangan lang gawin ng respondent natin is ilagay nila sa preferred yung mga product na gusto nila or yung attributes ng product na gusto nila. And then sa not preferred, yung ayaw nila sa product na yon. So the procedure will continuously repeat until the ranking has been complete. Next is rating scales. Participants are asked to rate their level of interest in a product. So, market researchers usually use this method para malaman nila kung ano yung gusto ng customer nila, kung ano yung pinaka-nakaka-capture ng interest ng customer nila. So, yung best example nito is yung 1 to 10 rating scale.
So, the fourth step to conjoint analysis is evaluation criterion. Under nito, may dalawang criteria used to rank preferences, which is overall preference or intention to buy. So, first is overall preference, wherein participant detail by detail considered his or her preference or know his or her specific goods to purchase. while intention to buy, suitable siya for new product classes and service that consumers not to purchase currently. In addition, when studying more established market, overall preference is more useful in estimating market share, while intention to buy naman help researchers estimate the potential market size. So, we're going to the last step to conjoint analysis, which is data analysis. Data from conjoint study is analyzed through a variety of statistical means to develop the part-worth utility function, and each of this procedure build an estimate of the participant part-worth utility function.
Summary. And here are the takeaway for our topic for today. Conjoint analysis is a market research-based tool. As a market research technique, the quantification of value comes from the perspective of the customer, not company. Nag-focus siya sa consumer preferences para ma-figure out yung iba't ibang elements on what really affects customers' buying perception. Conjoint analysis has similar challenges to other market research techniques. It is really a challenging technique to other marketers since it requires many participants. Kadalasan kasi may mga tao na ayaw makipag-cooperate in terms sa mga pa-survey. May iba din na kulang-kulang information na nilalagay which made this harder for them to get the final result. Customer perception refers to the customer's opinion of your business or product. Kagaya nga nung sinabi ko sa introduction, dito mo makikita na nagka-question ang buyer mo if kapag bumili ba ako dito sa shop na to, ano ang magiging impact sa buhay ko. For example, milk tea. May mga classified tayong social class sa milk tea mismo. Kapag sinabi nating infinity, nandun siya sa gitna. Kapag sinabi nating GT, nasa baba. Kapag sinabi nating Imperial Milk Tea, Gongcha, yan ang nasa taas. So, ilagay mo ang perspective mo bilang isang estudyante ka pa lamang. Kung ako, isang estudyante, at sinabi kong bumili ako sa Infinity, syempre ang iisipin ko, okay, afford siya ng lahat dito. Afford na afford. Pero, kapag sinabi kong, guys, bumili ako sa Imperial Milk Tea, sa Gongcha, syempre ang mga tao, ha? Pumili ka dyan? Diba mahal dyan? Yun ang pinakauna nilang iisipin. Kasi nga, estudyante pa lamang kayo. Ang isang baon mo, hindi pa kasya sa isang milk tea mismo. And yun ang hinahanap ng buyer mo, ng supposed buyer mo, if ever na bumili siya sa'yo, ano ang pwedeng impact na mangyari sa kanya? Pagkakaguluhan ba siya? Magiging sikat ba siya? And that's it for today, guys. Again, our topic for today is customer perception-driven pricing. Here are my members: Angelica Arindia, Angela Maria Esplana, assigned in Conjoint Analysis; Casey Olano, Market Stages; Missy Havares and Jonalyn Ruse, Study Design; Christine Cabaset, Price Setting Approach; and me, myself, and I, the leader of Group 3, Mijin the Abyss. And if you have any question, you can DM us or PM us, and we will gladly answer you in a bit. Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.